If it's comfortable, just gently close or lower your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand. And exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension. Let's repeat this a couple more times. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Oh, let's do it one more time. I'd like you to bring your awareness to your heart space, the center of your chest, and imagine a soft, warm light emanating from this area. This light represents your true self, your authentic essence, pure and unburdened. As you breathe, feel this light expanding with each inhale, filling your chest, your torso, and then radiating outwards, embracing your entire being. With each exhale, release anything that feels inauthentic, any masks that you wear, any expectations you carry that are not truly yours. I'd like you to bring to mind a moment when you felt truly alive, truly yourself. Perhaps it was a moment of joy, creativity, connection, or quiet contentment. Feel the sensations of that moment in your body. What did it feel like to be so fully present and fully engaged? Notice the spaciousness, the freedom, the sense of alignment. This feeling is always accessible within you. It's not something you need to seek outside yourself. It is an inherent part of who you are. It is the you who is fully embracing being in living color. Consider what it means for you to live from that place in living color. Is it about embracing new experiences, pursuing your passions, connecting deeply with others, or finding peace in the everyday? There's no right or wrong answer. Simply allow an image or feeling to arise that represents a life lived to its fullest potential for you and in you. I'd like you to reflect on what authenticity means to you. Is it about speaking your truth, honoring your values, expressing your unique gifts, or simply being yourself without apology? Visualize yourself now living in complete alignment with your authentic self. See yourself making choices that resonate with your deepest values, expressing your thoughts and feelings with clarity and kindness, allowing your true nature to shine through in all of your interactions. Acknowledge any fears or resistance that may arise. It takes courage to live authentically, to shed the layers of expectation and judgment. Gently observe these feelings without clinging to them. Remind yourself that your authenticity is your greatest gift, both to yourself and to the world. As you continue to breathe, imagine your authentic self taking the lead in your daily life. How would your relationships shift? How would you approach your work or your creative endeavors? How would you care for yourself? See yourself moving through the world with grace and integrity, guided by your inner wisdom. I'd like you to take a moment to set an intention of how you want to embody this fullness and authenticity in the coming days. It could be as simple as, I will listen to my intuition, or I will speak my truth with kindness, or I will embrace joy in the present moment. Take a deep breath and anchor yourself to that intention. And now just start to gently bring your awareness back into the room, feeling your body and your chair. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, bringing with you a renewed sense of connection to your authentic self, a deeper commitment to living fully in living color. Namaste.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, yet I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. Yeah, yes. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. And I am stronger every moment, every day. I will surrender. I will surrender every moment, every day. Sounds so good. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart, and I will always. You are my family. Yes. You are the face of God. You are my family. Yes, you are. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
So if you would, just allow yourself to sink in. And knowing that as I speak these words, I am speaking them not only for myself, but for every person who can hear my voice. And I just remember. I remember that there is one power, one presence, one divine energy that expresses as love, as wisdom, as health, as wholeness, as divine right action. And it has no choice but to express all of these attributes as me, because it is in and through it all. And now I know what is true for me is true for everyone. Each person emanates in their own unique way love and beauty and wholeness and health and divine right action. And I am so grateful to declare that this morning is off the charts in love, in truth, in spirit being expressed, in the message and the music of Reverend Marquita, who is blessing us with her heart, her words, as she downloads from the divine. And I am so grateful that each of us get to receive that message with the love and the intention behind it, knowing that hearts and minds are opened and the world is truly a better place for it. I'm so grateful for the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living that opens its doors and its collective heart wide open to welcome each person who is seeking to be reminded of their truth and the love that they are and supported in any way they need. I'm so grateful for the blessing of each and every person that is here, that is part of this collective love. And I'm so grateful for the way in which we take our unique skills and talent and authenticity out into the world and making it a better place. So for all of this good that is taking place right here and right now, for each and every person that is making this service the perfection that it is, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I release this word to that perfect actionable law that has already said yes, yes, yes. So please join me in saying, and so it is. God, that's good.
So good. The world is a better place because you're in it. That's what I was saying to you, John. That's true, though. It's so true. It's a better place because you're all in it. That's right. Oh, I love being here. Hi, good morning. Wasn't that beautiful of Lauren?
Yes, always.
She got us centered, and now we get to sing. I mean, look at that. Are you kidding? Look at that face. She's playing August 15th at the Smith Center, so get your tickets. All right, let's do her song. Your song. I came here to be victorious. Oh, yeah.
us. God bless America and the rest of the world. Just turn to a neighbor and say good morning and
Just start grabbing. They're used to it by both trains. Just grab them. Good morning. All right. Well, that's welcome everyone. We have a couple things to do. Not much. Anyone here for the first time? Hi. Hi. How'd you hear about us, young lady?
I honestly just Googled like spiritual centers, and you guys are like right up the street from my home.
All right. Well, welcome. Welcome. What's your name?
Danielle.
Danielle. Hi. How'd you hear about us, sir?
A lady named Yvonne. She's actually kind of far away, but not real far away.
Not far away?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it here today. What's your name?
John.
John. John and Danielle. Anyone else here for the first time?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Astrid Edwards, and I heard about it online through Meetup.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Please sign our guest book if you haven't done so already, and we can keep you in touch with all the happenings here. One of the happenings, on Friday night, we had Paper Moon Playhouse. They've been rehearsing here for 3 weeks, and they had their play, Finding Nemo, on Friday night. It was awesome. This is a thank you card for all the kids signed a thank you card. So awesome. They were, oh my goodness, it was you know, all of our adults. It's a kids play for kids, but it was more adults than kids probably. 85 or something like that. And the church across the way had something for their kids that same night. So the parking was atrocious, but it was fun. It was so much fun. Of course, Stacy cried a little bit. No, I'm sorry. It was me. But anyway. And then last night, we had a fundraiser put on by Reverend Franny, practitioner Aldo, and his partner Francois. Not Aldo, but Aldo and Francois. So it was great. I think Yvonne has a photo of the happenings called Bubbles and Blessings. Yeah. Right. Aldo made this lethal kind of thing drink for me, and I'm like, oh no. All right. Thank you so much for being here. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, we'll always welcome you. Awesome. We're going to have fun. Patty and John.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
And Reverend Marquita.
Oh, yes. It's quite a day. It's a very musical day, I shall say. Although every Sunday feels musical and fun here, so let's just keep it going with a little dreams. my visions to myself. It's only you that wants to wrap around my dreams. Have you any dreams you'd like to set? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of the memories of what we had, and what you lost, and what you had, oh, and what you lost, oh yeah. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. They only love you when they're playing. Oh yeah, see people, they will come and they will go. When the Spirit washes you clean, you know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. When they're playing, yeah. See people, they will come and they will go. When the Spirit washes you clean, you know. You know. You will know. Oh, you know. Oh, you will know. When the Spirit washes you clean, you know. You will know. Give Patty another hand. Speaking of people coming and going, some of you know this beautiful lady, Reverend Marquita, who was here back in I don't know when that was. We weren't ministers yet, but I worked for 13. 12 and 13. So yeah, so it's been a minute. Then she left, and then she's back, and then now she's gone to Dallas. So, but she'll be back because that's how that works. So anyway, normally we don't read bios for family, but we're going to do it this time because she's been gone for a minute. So Reverend Marquita Pierre McAllister is originally from Nolens, Louisiana. However, most of her adult life evolved in Anchorage, Alaska, where her leadership skills, teaching and facilitation abilities, along with her singing voice developed. While raising 3 of her own children and 4 other children, she received many accolades and awards for building community through Leadership Anchorage and State of Alaska programs. Later, she became the senior minister of the Alaska Centers for Spiritual Living for 7 years, delivering inspiring and thought-provoking sermons, dynamic new thought teachings, and using her singing voice to open hearts and minds. While living in Alaska, she served on the Centers for Spiritual Living Department of Ethics and Professionalism. In 2012, she moved to Nevada. Oh, tells me this. 2012, she moved to Nevada and then served on the Centers for Spiritual Living Convention Planning Team from 2012 to 2014, including being a featured evening speaker and co-chairing the 2013 convention.
In 2014, she founded and led as a spiritual director for the Centers for Spiritual Living Southern Nevada, located in Las Vegas. In 2020, she became a hospice chaplain, comforting people of all religions and walks of life as they approach the end of life on the planet. She currently serves as the co-chair on the Center for Spiritual Living's Ministers Council. She believes she is at her best when she fulfills her life's purpose, which is to assist people in becoming their authentic selves. So with that, please welcome Reverend Marquita Pierre.
Good morning, folks. Good morning. Oh, now look, we all family in here. You got to do a little bit better than that. Come on with me. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, you're beautiful. Take a look around. Look at you. It's fabulous. And good morning to those our love streamers out there in the love land, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get it together here. So my first thing is to honor and bless our Reverends Stacy and Reverend Cheryl. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. And thank you to all of the people who make this thing happen. You realize there's more than just Reverend Stacy and Reverend Cheryl that makes this happen, right? So we got people all over who are volunteering and loving us so that we could have today. Yes? Yes. All right. I love it that you guys do talk back to me because I was going to require it, but you got it. So okay, we're good. So just so you know, I like to make sure that what's about to happen, you embody. So those of you who are willing and you're able, if you please stand. And those of you who are still seated, I'm going to ask that you put your hands in prayer. The rest of you stand, you can do this too. I'm going to ask that you move your hands to the right. All right. Those of you who are standing, I'm going to ask that you follow me. I'm going to do it, and then you can do it. Those who are sitting, you're going to just use your hands, okay? So we're going to do this slide. Yeah, nice. Go back to where you were. All right, go one more time. Ready? Slide. Got it? One last time. Go back to where you were. Now say out loud with me, slide. Slide. Oh, good. Take a breath. Have a seat. Thank you. All right, so today's talk is the independent slide. And we're going to be doing this slide, just so I'm not going to do it constantly, but you just know that you get to stand up some more, okay? So I want to start, though, with Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. He says there's an amazing life that we are here to explore and make that the activity of our awareness. So the truth is that there's an amazing life for each and every single person in this room and beyond. Yes? Yes. And we're here to explore it and allow this amazing life to be the activity of our awareness, which means you need to be aware that you have an amazing life and stop complaining, right? That you have an amazing life so that can grow, yeah? Yes. All right, good. So the first thing that we're going to deal with is the unconscious to the conscious. See, unless you're aware, even though I just said it, but unless you're aware that you have an amazing life, you're unconscious to the amazing life that you have, and you're not projecting this amazing life out to others. You have a responsibility to live yourself and be amazing and fabulous and all that. Go ahead and click your hands with me. Go ahead. Yeah, right? And you also have that responsibility to give that to the world. So the world, we, those of us who are awake, can allow our world to be better. Yes? Yes. That's our responsibility. Here's what Ernest Holmes has to say about that. He says, man's life in reality is spiritual and mental. And until his thought is healed, no form of cure will be permanent. We understand that health is a mental as well as a physical state. He goes on to say, man will deliver himself from sickness and trouble in exact proportion to his discovery of himself and his true relationship to the whole. So we come to places like this to be reminded that the real truth is there's a wholeness that is within us. And that must be the activity of our awareness, yes? Yes. But until our thoughts, our thinking is really in alignment with that, we get to do something else. So as Stacy had said, I've been traveling a lot lately, out of the country, in the country, just everywhere. And I was remiss in understanding how that was going to so-called take a toll on my body and all of that. But here's what happened. I just recently discovered what I've been saying to myself about all of that. People are like, oh my God, you're going to Italy, that's wonderful. Yeah, I went to Italy, that's wonderful. I'm exhausted. You went to Egypt, oh my God, it was fabulous. And child, I'm tired. I was saying this, not recognizing what I'm doing to my body and my mind. How many of you have done that? Raise your hand. Right? We want to wake up, become conscious of what our thoughts are, what we're saying to ourselves, and definitely what you're saying to others. We are energy, God energy. So it's not just what you're saying and what you're doing to yourself. You're constantly emitting God's spirit, life through you. And therefore, you don't want to taint your neighbor, and you don't want to have yucky stuff going to someone else that you care or love. So watch this. Say, watch this. Watch this. Yeah? All right. So we'll move on here. So here's what we're going to do, though. And be sure you're being consistent in choosing the right thought. Yeah? Be consistent. Then that way, then we get to slide. We get to slide from limitation to liberation. We get to slide from individual striving to spiritual awakening. We get to slide from scarcity into sufficiency. We get to slide from control to surrender to our true nature. To surrender into who and what we really are. Say yes. Yes. Now say yes with a feeling, I'm all that. Yes. Yes. We get to surrender into the true perfection that we are. Now, you know, part of the ego and the mind says, oh, child, I ain't that perfect. That may or may not be true, depending on what you're holding. You were created in the image and likeness of God. Say, I'm created in the image and likeness of God. I'm created in the image and likeness of God. Well, God says God's perfect. And God created you. So you must be perfect somewhere in there, yeah? Yes. It's in you. It's in you. It's not somewhere, it's over there more than it's over here, more than you. Oh, they got it more. The Revs here have it more because they're Revs. That's not true. Each individual person is made in that image and likeness of the divine, and that seed of perfection is there. But God does never forces itself upon you. Therefore, until you turn within, until you turn to the perfection that you are, we don't get to experience it. Notice I said we. I said more than just you. We don't get to experience you as that perfect being. Yes? Yes. All right. Goodness, I just keep on talking. So say with me, I am sliding into consciousness. I'm sliding into consciousness. Now say it again. Thank you, my love. I saw you over there. So come on, here we go. Ready? I am sliding into consciousness. Yes. We're becoming more and more conscious each and every day. I had a prayer partner, Reverend Kate. Some of you know who she is. Yes. And one of her things that she would say is, I'm becoming more and more conscious each and every day. I'm becoming more and more conscious each and every day. And we'd have that in the prayer. It was divine. Just divine. Just divine. So, the next thing is to go from groupthink to Godthink. Neville Goddard, I've been reading him lately. He has his book is The Handbook, and I've been reading that lately. And he says, learn to shake yourself loose from what the world believes is the only reality. So yesterday, I'm in line at the bank, and it's a Saturday, so you know, it's a line. So I have two people ahead of me before somebody goes, and there's a gentleman behind me, and we're all just kind of chatting it up, and it was really nice, right? And the gentleman behind me, as the line got closer, he starts talking to me, and he says, you know, and he's an older gentleman, African American, wore the hat, and I'm like, interesting, from Las Vegas, okay, whatever. And he says, you know, my grandson, I raised my grandson, and when he was 3 years old, he was, you know, playing with the basketball. He's like, Grandpa, I'm going to be in the NBA. He said he didn't think much of it. He said, but he did notice the child continued to do basketball as he grew up. And so lo and behold, who's in the NBA now? Wow. He says, you know, now he plays for the Dallas Mavericks. I thought that was interesting considering where I'm living right now. Right? He says, he plays for the Dallas Mavericks, and he says, you know, you should look him up, Brandon Williams. And I'm thinking, I don't know who he is, but I think that's pretty awesome. Because it's very clear to me, as an African-American young male, who, and so many of, I'm sure, his peers said, now I'm going to go to the NBA too, I'm going to play ball too. Lots of people do that. But this man, young man, made it. Why? Because he shook himself loose from what the world says that he could be. Where are you still abiding in and being in group thinking? Let's practice for a moment. This is June. It is Pride Month. My question to you is, what do you really believe about Pride Month? And where did you get that belief? Where did it come from? Another example. We're heading into Independence Day. What do you think really about Independence Day? Who told you it was Independence Day? Where'd you get that from? What do you really believe? Pride Month, Independence Day, are they just holidays for you? Have you questioned your belief around each one? Have you questioned your belief around many things? I'm questioning you today because I'm asking you to question yourself around things that society says is right, is wrong. Where are you abiding in groupthink versus Godthink? God, dependence. I had a very interesting thing happen some years ago. And it was fascinating. So I want to share it with you. I was the minister at the Centers for Spiritual Living, Southern Nevada, and someone who was new to our philosophy asked for a meeting. So I met her at a coffee shop. we were getting along real great. She was asking questions. 3 hours. We spent 3 hours together, right? We were having a really great time. But it was in the last hour that I recognized something. Her question to me was, so you have these spiritual laws, and we're all under these spiritual laws, and we certainly want to become conscious of them so that we can live fuller lives. I said, yes. And she said, so how does that interconnect with man-made laws? And I thought, oh, nice question. But as I began to answer her, I realized what was happening. The first couple of hours, she's kind of telling me about herself and all of this kind of stuff. Then I realized she's asking the question because there's a part of her livingness that was against man-made laws. So she's asking, how does this work? The spiritual laws, man-made laws, and what's going to happen to me? When I recognized what she was doing, if you will, for a living, I thought, oh, okay. Now I answered her question correctly. Well, in my opinion, I did. I just, got her to understand there are spiritual laws, and you live in a human body on this planet, and so if you run red lights, boom, there you go, kind of a thing, right? So just to get her to understand how this was going to work for her. And so therefore, if you are, then when I finally caught on what was happening, if you're against man-made laws, yes, you can end up in jail. Boom, okay? That's the way it works. But what happened after that was really the point of this story. I got in my car, and it still kind of gets to me. I got in my car, and I realized that I had fallen in love with this woman. She's just lovely. I just love her essence. I love everything about her. But then I had to grapple with what she was doing, and I couldn't make the two match. I called my spiritual mother, who at the time I was living here. She lives in Texas, and it was midnight her time. And I called her anyway. And she answered the phone. And immediately, Marquita, you okay? What's going on? I explained to her this meeting, and I cried. And I cried, and I cried. Because I told her, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to rectify this thing. And what she said to me was, listen, she said, what do you believe? What do you believe? And what I realized was I couldn't go by the man-made law because she's a person. Because she's a loving person. She was a wonderful person. So I could not, the judgment I held, the thoughts I held about people like that shouldn't do this and that and all that kind of stuff, I had to let it go. It took me a whole nother day. I remember showering that morning, I was crying again. Because my soul wanted something. My soul said, you must love no matter what. My soul said, come out of groupthink. I am God. You see as I see. You love as I love. And you do as I say do. Yes?
Yes.
Where are you living in groupthink versus God think? It's just a question. Just a question. You know, when it comes to being conscious, we are conscious and we move in and out of groupthink, and we don't realize how groupthink is affecting us. Yeah? And so, and I think you can relate to this. There's this young lady. She's in the coffee shop. Well, she's had a heck of a morning. Heck of a morning. I don't know what went on, but she was just beside herself. She gets in the coffee shop. She's in line, and it's taking a while. So she's getting more irritated. By the time she gets up to the line, she snaps at the barista because the barista messed up her order. And she's just, ugh. And the barista, check this out. You want to be the barista in this story, okay? Just like you know. The barista looks at her and says, rough morning? And it shifted her immediately. And then she realized, and she took a deep breath. We call it pause power. She took a deep breath. I am so sorry. You didn't deserve that. How many of you have had that experience where you catch yourself? Raise your hand. If you haven't had the spirit experience, I'm asking you to take a look, right? Observe how you are. So what I'm saying is we're going to be conscious, we're going to be in groupthink, but it's about waking up, right? All of these teachings are about wake up to who we truly, truly, truly are and allow the God essence to flow. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So, let's see what else is up here because I don't remember now. All right. So again in Neville, he says, man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. With that, I'm going to say something just came to me. With that, I'm going to stay out of somebody else's business, okay? We don't have time to think about somebody else's consciousness and what they should have done and they should have done this and how they are behaving. We are so busy. If you are really trying to wake up spiritually, you will be so busy checking yourself out, checking your own mind out, checking how you react versus respond. We don't have time to worry about somebody else's consciousness and what they should have been doing. Our job is to love. And we do that when we're becoming conscious of how we are behaving, how we react, and then catch yourself respond from love and stop paying attention to groupthink. Be careful. I'm not saying don't do the news. I'm saying be careful how much news you do, right? Because that'll, again, encroach upon your own consciousness, yes? Yes. All right. Be aware, but watch this. When you're watching the television and you're listening to the news, watch and see if your body goes forward. It's their signal. You're too involved. Back up. Pray. Pray for our country. Pray for the other countries. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good to know that you're with me here. So, where are we at? Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, you were created from God in its image and likeness, and your job here on the planet, remember what Michael said, right? We're supposed to be exploring, and in that exploration, we're checking out our own awareness. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So, with that, I want you to know that this is true, this first thing. You are so much more than you think you are. You are more than you appear to be. Life is greater than you have ever known it. The best is yet to come. By our founder, Ernest Holmes, right?
Yes.
Now, I know you read that. And I know I said it, and I know you heard it. And I'm telling you, you didn't get it. Really. You are so much more. Recently, I just took a class with Reverend Patrick Hargula. The book is Existential Kink. That's the one we were studying.
Yay.
Yes. And I was floored at what happened. I was so in shock because one of her exercises really deals with going into the shadow work. This is shadow work, right? Going into the shadows and understanding, seeing what's going on there. And I was just so surprised at what came to my consciousness, what came to my awareness. But there's a part in there that she says that really got to me. She says, you are more than you imagine yourself to be. You are much more strange and vast than you think you are. And then she said, so when you, and I'm going to give this assignment to you, whether you take it or not is your business, okay? She said, when you look in the mirror each morning, say to yourself, I am more than I imagine myself to be. I'm much more strange and vast. So in doing this shadow work, my God, she was right. I was like, this is scary. Right? I give you the assignment because I want you to understand and really start to connect with more than what you physically see. Take a look around the room real quick. Your physical eyes are seeing a tiny, tiny piece of what is actually represented in this room. We have subtle bodies, and those of you who have studied this kind of stuff, you know. You have your emotional body, your spiritual body, your mental body, but there is even more. You are layers of essence of God. Layers. But what happens is your eyes see this, you see the chairs, you see other people, and your eyes get glued into, and we get glued into what we see versus the vastness of what is happening and what we are. So when someone does something against you, just remember you're only catching a tiny piece of that person. That's not who they really are. That's not who you really are. Much bigger. Point of this. Let me tell you a little story. Some years ago, I had a Prac 2 class. Rachel, you'll remember this, but not completely. I had the Prac 2 class, and it was really clear to me that a couple of my students were a little bit more concrete, right? Like Galatzikosar, we see with our eyes. And I wanted them to have an experience of going beyond what the eyes see. So we went on a field trip to Los Angeles. And we went to a minister's house that I knew could move and shift people into consciousness to see beyond. So sure enough, we spent the weekend there. So the first day goes on, and she's doing all these things with us, and we're doing all these exercises. And on the second day, we were all there, and if you can imagine, mirrors in back of me, okay? A row of mirrors. And she says to us, we're going to do an exercise, and then I want you to tell me what you see. So she sends us through in a meditation. She says, now stand up and go to the mirror and keep looking. And we kept looking, and there it was. I'm looking at Marquita, and Marquita disappears, and something else comes forward. Now I'm just looking with my eyes. That's all I'm doing. But it completely shifted. The Marquita that I know that I see in the mirror was gone. There was something else there. I wasn't the only one who had that experience. My students had the experience. And so did the practitioner who was with me. Or we all had an experience of seeing beyond what we see in the mirror. You are more than what you think you are. And you are more than what you could even imagine yourself being. And Spirit is calling you to come out of what you think you are. You're so much more. You're so much more powerful. You're so much more loving, more vibrant. It is really, really true. I don't stand here saying this because I'm a minister. I don't stand here saying it because I know the philosophy. I stand here because I've had experiences to tell me My God, we are more than what we think we are. And we are definitely more strange than we are. We really are. We really are. So I'm asking you to come out of groupthink, even thinking about what you think people are and what you think governments are and what you think, I just need you to stay open and then allow God to move you and shift you into what you're to do. It's moment by moment. This is about being present so the divine can actually move through and show you the glory of God through and as you. Not just somebody else. Okay? Yes. Oh, I said okay? Yes. Thank you. There's a woman that she was in her 40s, and I'm going to kind of read this because it's important. Because I want you to really grab how powerful you are. And you've heard these kind of stories before, but these are real stories, right? So she's in her 40s, and she receives a devastating diagnosis about her health, about her life. The doctors say it's aggressive, incurable, and she's in the late stages. They tell her to go home and get her affairs in order. Her family, scared, says, my God, be realistic. You just do what you need to do, but this is it. She makes a decision. No. I'm not agreeing with that report. I'm agreeing with God. So she anchors herself in a deeper truth. With God, all things are possible. Yeah? All possible. Day by day, she visualizes herself healed. She surrounds herself with positive people. She prays, she meditates, she speaks life over her body. My body is responding to divine perfection now. My body is responding to divine perfection now. Now she's not, and some people would say, well, she's in denial. No, she's not in denial. She heard what they said. She got it. And she's not pretending. She's just making a choice to see as God sees, to think as God thinks, and then to act as God would act. It's whole and complete. Yes? Yes. So what happens months later? She gets her scans. Clear. Yeah. The doctors are baffled, of course, and they don't know what happened. She does. She does. She simply chose the mind of God. That choice became her miracle. You too are at choice. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what your job is. I don't care what your friends say. It doesn't matter. What matters is your sticking to the truth nature that you are. That's what matters. You've got this. And when you think you ain't got this, then you can say God's got this. But let's be clear. That seed of perfection, it's within you. It's within you. Your job is to turn to it, to lean into it, to be in it so much so that it completely envelops you. You feel it. What was the song, Patty, you said at the very end?
Dream?
It's
I'm
gone.
so sorry.
That's because I probably surprised you. That's okay. Anyway, the point is, right? The seed of perfection is within you. Lean. Lean into it, regardless of circumstances. Yes?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see, where are we at here? Oh, good. Good. We're about near the end here. So, you're more than you think. You're stranger than you think. And you're vaster. More vast than you think. Yes?
Yes.
So, with that, I'm going to ask you to stand again. Is that right? Yeah. Let's stand. Because here's what's true. When you hear a message, when you go to workshops and whatever, we hear with our ears, but you always want to take the message you heard and move it into the body. Yeah, that's right. Shake. Come on, y'all. Shake. Move it into the body. All right, excellent, excellent. So we know about affirmations, yes? Yes. All right, so when you're saying affirmations, it's good, that's important. But I also then want you to now start incorporating something in your movement. So we're going to do the slide. Independent slide. Okay, sorry. Another day and time. All right. So those of you who are ready, who are standing, you're going to be sliding with your feet and or your hands. Those of you who are sitting, if you just take your hands in prayer, move them to the right. And we're going to say this as we go. Right? So we're going to say, I slide into truth. And then we're going to come back to the center. And then we're going to say, I slide into love. And then we're going to go back to the center. And then we're going to say, I slide into the world, pulling weight. Got it? Yes. Ready? Yes. Let's go. I slide into truth. All right, come on back. Ready? Go. I slide into love. Oh, hold up. Now look, y'all. To say the thing and not really put yourself into it isn't doing us any good. Okay? So we're going to go back to I slide, because I heard you in love, and I'm like, no. I want you to feel that. I want you to just really be that. As a matter of fact, we're going to start over. I'm sorry, we just got to start over. I slide into truth. Feel this. See yourself sliding into truth, that you are just amazing. You are powerful. You are perfection as God would have it be you. Yes? Yes. Let's do this. Ready? Here we go. I slide into truth. That's what I'm talking about. That's much better. Come on. Love y'all. Love everybody here. Ready? Let's go. I slide into love. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, let's go over here. Ready? Here we go. I slide into the world whole and awake. Say yes! 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 And so it is. Yes! So it is. Yeah. Oh, that felt much better, huh? So, what I'd like to do is to sing a song. I'm going to sing the song now. This song is written by Reverend Michael Beckwith and Ricky Byers. Let me rephrase that. It's written by Ricky Byers and Reverend Michael Beckwith. Okay? All right. I want to give honor and glory to them because so many of their songs resonate in my heart. This song is called God Will Work Through an Open Heart, and that's where I want you to be. Okay? Allow the truth to move through you. Ooh, I don't need this. Yeah. Ha! Okay. Here we go. Whatever happened to you, whatever changes you've been through, there's a meaning to it all. We're not victims of circumstance. It happens to give us a chance to change and really grow. To God's love deep inside, God's love therein abide. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God an open heart, God will work through. An open mind, God will work through. An open heart, God will work through. An open mind, God is only good. Trust God like you know you should. One day, I know you will say that my heart is open. Live as my life, shine through my confidence. I am willing. What would you have me do? Open my mind. Yes, I am here for you. Spirit is calling your name. If you are willing, you can change and really grow. So won't you open, 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 open. God's love is here for you. God's grace will see you through. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through your open heart. Let me tell you, God will work through your open mind. God will work through your open heart. God will work through your open. Come on, stand up for me. Stand up. We need to sing this. God will work through it because God doesn't work through that open mind. God works through you and God and you and you always, always. We're here to wake up today. We're here to move from unconscious to conscious today. Yes, yes. That open heart. Open your heart. Come on. God, heart. Open your mind. Come on, sing this with me. Sing it. Here we go. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open. Come on, sing it like you mean it. Come on. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open heart. We're waking up today. We're waking up today. God will work through that open heart, work through that open mind, because we're willing. We're willing. So you're going to sing it one more time with me, right? Here we go. Let's sing. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind.
Ask the ushers to please come forward. Yes. All right. Thank you, Reverend Marquita. If you would say the affirmation on the screen with us. Oh. There is nothing on the screen.
Sorry, I had it.
God is working through us. Yes. Awesome. Well, some of you may know the affirmation. Let's do it. Let's say, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is the evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And what you've heard today is the absolute truth. And the truth is that all gifts are good, just as you are. I'm just grateful for each and every gift and each and every tithe, knowing that it returns to the giver more than tenfold. And I'm grateful for it all. And so it is.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, I need you to sing with me because this feels good. Okay? This is our intro.
For conversation and reflection. And then the Prosperity Program, Prosperity Plus, begins this Tuesday. And if you've ever taken it before, you can still take it again because you keep getting more prosperity each time you do. I know, because I've taken it several times. So it's an accredited class, and it's just $39 for the 8 weeks. So it's just a perfect way to get going. Okay, and be sure to sign up in the happenings table too. Reverend Marquita, did you want to talk about your workshop tomorrow?
Oh.
I mean, I thought that might be, I could talk about it, but I think you'd do a lot better than me. Because I can't wait.
You have got a workshop.
So tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, we will be here. And this workshop, what's the name of it? Oh, yes. Rumble of the Soul.
I love it.
And that's not lightly, seriously. We're about to rumble some souls up in here. But, so this is really, it's a combination of what I've done in the past and what I've learned over the last year or so. Because the real truth is we're in much more control than we think we are. We just don't know how to do the brain. Okay, we just don't know how to work that. And so we're going to be moving through some stuff that you've been holding on to that you really need to let go so you can prosper. Say yes? Yes. Yeah, we're going to let that go. Really and truly learn how to let that go and then bring in and recognize how we can bring in more goodness, abundance, prosperity, joy, into our life. There's things that you can do to really shift what's happening in your life. I said shift, not the other word.
Yes.
And we're going to have a good time doing it because, well, as you can see, it's kind of, just, yeah. So we get to play and have a really good time with it. Say yes. Yes. I want to see you tomorrow night. I don't know if you got plans. If you do, scrap them. Scrap them and come on and play with us.
That's right. And it's at 6 o'clock, and it's just $15 and a love offering, so it's affordable for everybody. Okay. And Reverend Franny would like to come up and talk about her class that's coming up on July 12th. Thank you again for last night, Reverend Franny. That was
Wasn't that fun?
So much fun.
So we're not going to rumble in my workshop, but we're going to get darn close, Reverend Marquita. So we're having a class. It's just 3 weeks starting July 12th, and it's about prayer. And what we're going to do is look at the very first sentence in Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind. And if you've ever looked at that sentence, he started that beautiful book off with these words. And he said, "We all look forward to the day when we shall walk hand in hand with religion and science from the visible into the invisible." And that's what prayer is all about. We take what we see in this world with our senses and we push that out into that mental equivalency that allows us to get into that unseen and make it happen. So we're using 2 books. These are excerpts out of the textbook, Ernest Holmes. And this is, we're going to roll into, by the way, spiritual mind treatment. But what we're also going to do is take a look at a variety of prayers, global, cultural, Catholic, Protestant, you name them. We're not going to hit them all because there's tons of them. But we're going to take a look at them and see what is the metaphysical overlay. Can some of those prayers work for us even when the language that you may have learned them not be comfortable for you anymore because you maybe shifted a little bit in your religious thinking or your philosophical thinking. So we're going to have a good time. It's only 3 weeks. It's here at the center, starting, like I said, on the 12th of July from 9:30 to 12. And I would like you to know these books are in the bookstore. Hurry up, grab a couple, because there's only a few left. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. And of course, on the 9th of July, which will be a week from this Wednesday, is our Heart of Peace with Aldo, practitioner Aldo. And of course, Karen Jones with her singing bowls. And then, Reverend Stacy, would you like to come up and talk to us about the school supply drive and the pool party? Because this is something new for me.
I don't know where it is. Is it this? Right here? Maybe. Maybe. Is this it? Thank you. Let's hurry up there.
All right, so it is time, believe it or not, for school to start again in August. It's crazy to me that school ends in May and then starts back in the hottest time of the year. However, we always have a drive for the kids. There are, as you can see right back there on that back table, that's where if you would bring stuff in for the kids, we would love to have it. All age groups, K through 12. There is also a pool party, which will be on July 14th. Safi is hosting us. They have invited us because we had them here last year. If you will remember, we always support them. So if you would like to sign up for the pool party, there's a sign-up sheet out on the happenings table, and bring in whatever you can. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Gary Alimo has his spiritual living circle on July 19th. That's a Saturday from 1 until 3, where they discuss an article out of the Science of Mind magazine. So see the happenings table to sign up for that too. And then the Healing Words Book Club is starting a new book, Creating a World That Works for All by Sharif Abdullah. And the next meeting will be the 30th of this month at 4 p.m. on Zoom. So join, again, there's lots of things to go to the happenings table and join them. So if you're interested in joining the choir, just pick up a flyer on the happenings table and it'll explain the whole process for you. And then remember that when you're shopping to get food for the pantry, and let anybody know that's food insecure that we have food here. And for prayer requests, just send your prayers to, where did it go? I don't see the numbers.
It's all good. Could have it on the
Am I
screen.
looking at the wrong sheet? There's too many sheets up here.
702.
Oh, there we go, 702-524-7096. And then the bookstore is, of course, open today, so check that out and follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel and, of course, visit our website. Let's have a fabulous rest of the day, everybody.
Thank you, Kitty. Well, last time to ask our minister of prayer team to please surround the room. Any visiting ministers or practitioners are also invited to do the same. They could even come up here if they would like.
I know we are.
All right.
We didn't plan this, I swear.
I know it. We did not.
Never, ever. And those of you that got the Reverend Marquita, I'm asking if you would do us a closing prayer.
I'd love to. Let's take that collective breath. So we bring our attention and our awareness to the one life, the one power, the one presence, the infinite itself that has created all things out of itself. And it's created this very, very moment. Knowing that we are the divine children of God itself, I know we are one in that essence that spirit is. And so we simply surrender into gratitude. So grateful and thankful for everything that was caught today in our conscious mind and the unconscious subconscious mind. So grateful and thankful that for the practitioners, the ministers, and us as community creating today. I know that as we leave here filled in some way, therefore conscious and unconscious. We leave here filled by the grace and the power and the presence of the divine. And so I know we are safe and protected everywhere we go. We simply say, yes, God. All praises be unto the divine as we literally leave this prayer into the divine, living, loving law. It is complete. It is so. And together we affirm. So it is.
All right, let's stand and sing our peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth.